Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my home and my property up here in Livingston, Montana. My name is Jim. Okay, what do I got today? It's the 19th of November of 2023. I always like to get a date in on these files of mine so at least I know where I'm at, if nothing else, Okay, I got a terrible idea for a video today, so you folks are going to have to bear with me if you can. As people that follow my channel know, I recently took a Squier bass, a cheap Fender, and fixed it all up, modded it. And believe you me, I poured a lot of money into it. And right off the get-go here, right at the outset, my mod job worked very, very well. This bass has turned out to sound excellent and be excellent. But I'm still not done with it. I'm far from done with it. I've still got to set it up. Fine tune it and all that other stuff. I mean, it's tuned, but I've just set it up by eyeball, but I'm waiting for a capo to get here, and I'm waiting for some gauges and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I've been taking this bass, this guy right here, and I've been messing around with my amplifier, my Bugera amplifier, and I've been checking, testing it, seeing how it sounds, and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fixed up Squier bass here. This is technically, what do they call this? A Classic Vibes 1970 Jazz Bass is what this is called. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go in my back room and I'm going to run some really barnyard tests, if you will, against this bass right here. This is a 54, what they call a 54 Paranormal Jazz Bass. It is very, very similar to what I just showed you there, but I'm going to lay these side by side and open string strum them and see if you folks can tell what the difference is on these two basses. This bass right here is made out of poplar wood. My other bass, the penny bass, I named that after my wife, by the way. The penny bass is made out of solid maple. This has got poplar in it, and the controls on this are different than what's on my penny bass. But these pickups right here are about the same. The fretboard is about the same. It's all maple fretboard, maple neck, and all that kind of stuff. So, for all practical purposes, it's a pretty close rendition, if you will, to the penny bass. But my whole idea is to go in my back room where my amplifier's at, lay them down side by side and run a series of tests, which I have no idea how this is going to work out. I've got a real problem with recording basses, low frequencies, because I simply don't have the equipment to record. I'm no sound engineer. I don't have mixing boards or any of that kind of stuff. I just got a few external microphones and stuff for my recording equipment, meaning the visual here. And so I have got really no idea how these little tests are going, these sound checks, tests, are going to, if I'm going to be an epic fail or not. So you're going to have to forgive me. Well, if you don't, it doesn't really matter. I'll survive one way or the other. But this is probably a terrible idea, but I'm doing this because I know there's got to be a few people out there that have followed me, that have seen what I've done, the amount of money. I put about $500 in this penny bass. It's got new everything, strings, pickups, bridge, tuner keys, anything that I could replace, I did. Just so to stop myself from going out and buying expensive basses, because I used to, 2 or 3 years ago, I used to be hung up on that. Like a dumb idiot. Well, like a guy like me, I've learned this the hard way. Don't buy expensive basses. Learn how to play cheap basses. Then, once you learn how to play basses real well and everything, then move on to the more expensive ones. That's the smart thing to do. But I just simply wanted to take a cheap bass and build it up, hot rod it, if you will, mod it, see if I could do it, which I did. It turned out very, very well. Now I'm in the process of nitpicking and sound checking, if that makes any sense at all. When I go back here, I'm going to do this quick. I'm not going to get into any great big long-winded tests or any of this other stuff because, just cause it don't need be. But this is the guy right here that's the counterpart, if you will, to my penny bass. So let me stop dinking around here and stop burning daylight. And let me put this down here somewhere. Let's stop burning daylight and get on with the program here. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, here's the penny bass that I'm going to be testing here in a second or so. But first, let me show you this amp. This amp is live. It's a Bugera amp. I've got it turned up about 30%. Okay, on these controls right here for the penny bass, this is a shared tone, and I got it turned all the way up. I've got the bridge pickup right here turned all the way up, and the neck pickup is turned up all the way up. So I'm just going to strum across these strings, across the register here, open strings, and we'll see how we sound here. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me mute these strings right here, and we'll plug into this. This is the only comparison bass I got. This is a 54 bass, a Paranormal Jazz Bass by Squier. We'll see what we can do here. This is stacked knobs right here, tone and volume put together. They're maxed out, and we'll strum across the register with open strings there and see what we got with this guy. Very well, then let me mute the strings and get on to the next test. Very well, I've got these controls right here situated so just the neck pickup right here is going to be heard, and I've got the tone turned all the way up, so let's give her a little go here. Just the neck pickup. Let me come over here to this 54 jazz bass here, this Paranormal Jazz Bass, and fire him up. Same thing here. Just this neck pickup is alive here, and the volume is turned up all the way. And so let's give her a little strum across here and see what we got. Them strings right here. Go on to the next test, which would be the bridge pickups. Very well, I got these knobs right here, these controls situated so that the tone is turned all the way up and just the bridge pickup is on here. So let me stroke this a little bit and see what we got. Just the bridge pickup. Okay, let me mute this right here. Now let's go over here to this Paranormal bass. This jazz bass here by Squier, and let's see what kind of action we got. Same thing. The only thing that's active right here is this bridge pickup, and the neck pickup is shut off. And so let's see what we got here across the register on open strings. I think this is all the tests I'm going to run because this gets real boring real fast. Well, after playback, I'd have to say that was a pretty crappy, pretty lousy sound bites I gave you there, but I did the best I could, you know. Matter of fact, I recorded those 3 little sequences over and over several times trying to get them right, but there is no right. I just simply don't have the right equipment for recording low frequencies. Low frequencies like what a bass guitar like this makes is kind of difficult to record, I've discovered. But anyway, what I'd like to say, no matter what you heard, my penny bass, the one I fixed up, sounds probably 500% better than this bass right here. I then proved it to myself. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to take a cheaper bass and fix it up to see if you could squeeze a better bass out of a cheaper bass. It has been my experience that you can. Now, for you folks that don't know what I'm talking about, you'll have to go back and watch my other 2 videos on this subject. But, you know, but that's just the way it is. So anyway, I want to quit here and shut up because I don't want this video to be too long. So I proved my point, but sorry, I know that I didn't have good sound recordings, but hey, you know. Anyway, folks, take care of yourselves, and we shall see you on down the trail. Adios, my friends.